Okay, this is Milk Jam Juice with my top 10 list of Final Fantasy villains that I am not frightened of. Number 10. Here comes Palmer from Final Fantasy VII. He's head of the Shira space program, and he likes to drink tea. Tea with lard in it. Now, if it's just me, that's really gross. I'm not frightened by that. I'm just kind of really grossed out by that. Well, anyway, you get in a fight with this guy, and he's really easy to knock over, so he's more easy to laugh at than he is to be frightened of. So that's my number 10. Moving on to number 9, we have Judge Geese from Final Fantasy XII. He's big, he's bad, and he's got golden armor. Sir, you're telling me, out of all of the judges, they all have the same color armor, he had to be the one to be like, oh, I want gold armor. He looks like a bag of those Halloween candy chocolate pirate coins. So, yeah, doesn't scare me. Number 8, we have Norg from Final Fantasy VIII. Where did this guy come from? You're a seed from Garden, and you're gonna protect your gardens from missiles, and you come back to Balam Garden, and all of a sudden it's like this jelly J-Yellow guy who's all like, and then you beat him. I'm not afraid of this guy. He sucks. Number 7, Algis from Final Fantasy Tactics. You first find Algis, and he's in a bit of he's in a bind. You find him, he's getting attacked by some cougars and some goblins, really scary guys. So you Ramza and Delita, you come save him, and he acts like, oh, I'm gonna help you. But then he has to be a jerk, and he's like, ooh, Delita, you're all low class, so I don't think much of you. And so you don't like Algis much to begin with. And then he ends up, hey, spoiler, he ends up betraying your party, and he kills Delita's sister, and you're like, oh, that jerk. And then you kill him, and he's really easy. So not only is he easy, I'm not afraid of him, he's a jerk. I don't like this guy. Ugh. Number 6, from Final Fantasy VI, we have Ultros. Now, unlike the other villains in this list so far, I actually really like Ultros. He's really cool. He serves as a really cool comedy relief. He casts fire on him, and he goes, what, seafood soup? And he just, he tries to spoil the opera, and then, but he's an octopus, and so how threatening looking is this guy? Actually, I think he looks really cool. But you eventually beat him by painting a picture of him. And if somebody beat me by painting a picture of me, granted it's Realm, and she does cool stuff, but that's kind of lame on the villain factor, so he gets places number 6. Number 5, we've got 2 guys sharing this spot from Final Fantasy IX, Thorn and Sorne. I'm counting them as one, because they're equally as annoying. These guys are really flat characters to begin with, so they're really easy to dislike. And their character design is kind of boring, so they're not very frightening. They're just like these clowns, and really annoying because they speak in these inverted phrases. Thorn's like, I have to take a poop, and Zorn's like, a poop I have to take. So they're annoying, and once you finally kill them, you're like, oh god, what a relief. But, you have all those new summons to kill him, because Eiko's like, I got this mob giant thing, and you got this huge beast, and it's just like, nom 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 nom, and you kill him. So, I'm not scared of these guys. Number 4. Another villain I actually really like, from Final Fantasy IV, Scarmiglione. I don't really know how to pronounce his name in English. In the first version of Final Fantasy IV, he was called Mylon, because who knows how to pronounce Scarmiglione? Because I sure don't, and first of all, that's why I'm not afraid of him, because, if I can't even pronounce his name, why should I be afraid of him? Anyway, he's the Fiend of Earth, but he controls zombies and poison, so that's kind of confusing. So I'm more confused than frightened, and you fight this guy, and you kill him, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's really easy. And he comes from him in the bridge, he's like, a back attack, and rah! And you fight him, and he's all cool looking, and he looks really cool. I really like him. Good character design. But he falls flat, because you think this back attack's going to be a really difficult fight, but he's kind of like a wet sock. So E for effort, but F for fail. Number 3, from Final Fantasy VIII, we have Ultimecia. She somehow manages to speak with misspellings, and what I can only figure could become a promising career at Midway. Number 2, from Final Fantasy X, we have Yu Yevon. This has got to be the biggest cop-out boss fight I have ever encountered in my entire life. First of all, you have eternal life on your characters, so you can't die, so there's no impending danger with this guy, so you just keep fighting him. And then what is he? I know, granted, he's evil, and he's got a story, but just look at him! He looks like a tick! What's his special attack? Lyme disease? He's gonna burrow in your skin? God. Ugh. Not scary. Not scary. And the number 1 villain that doesn't frighten me. You guys ready for this? Another one from Final Fantasy IV, we have Zeromis. He's pretty scary at the beginning. He's this big guy with this cape, and then, he's all scary, but then he goes into his second form. And, the first time I ever played this, the first thing I thought is, gosh, he really looks like a fishing lure. Like, I could catch a big mouth bass with this guy. Okay, so, he's evil, he's a bad guy, and he's also really, really useful for fishing. Okay? But that's not all. You beat him again, and then he goes into his third form. And actually, I want to take a look at his third form here. And let's just dissect Zeromis a little bit here. Now, first of all, you think he's kind of scary looking, because he's gonna got some bones and some muscle, and he's got some little beady eyes going, got some claws, but, I spent some time in Japan, and I've eaten some really bizarre things. And this first thing here, this looks a lot like tuna sushi. So here we have the sushi part of Zeromis. So we can just take this out, and usually we can pair this with a little bit of ginger, a little bit of wasabi, some soy sauce. Very good. Next, we have what appears to be, could be fish eggs, could be eyes, I'm not really sure. But we could take this out, and, this is very similar to a salmon roe. You could put this on top of some rice. You could just eat it by itself. It pops in your mouth. It's a great flavor, a little salty. And then lastly, we have his bones. And now we know that the marrow of bones are actually the most nutritious part of an animal. So if you're really into eating marrow, I'm not, but you could probably pair it with, I don't know. I'm really lost in that one. But you could really eat Zeromis. Getting a little hungry here. Okay, that's number 1. And that's all for the top 10 Final Fantasy villains that don't frighten me.